Israel could become the first ever nation to enjoy the status of America's major strategic ally, which could mean getting the backing of the US should Israel decide to attack Iran. Now, this is going to be among the issues discussed on Sunday when thousands representing America's pro-Israel lobby will gather in the US Capitol for the annual AIPAC conference. More on this then. From geopolitical analyst Patrick Henningsen is joining us on the line. Hi there, Patrick. If Israel cements this alliance with the US, where would America draw the line in terms of keeping its boisterous ally, for want of a better word, in check, do you think?
Well, this latest diplomatic move, as you know, as everyone can see, and what's really happening here is Israel has re-entered the fray as a political spoiler, because as we know, the U.S. and some noises coming out of Washington, there is quite a large contingent within the United States that is looking to perhaps get into diplomatic negotiations with Iran and not be talking abrasively as they have in previous years. And Israel has entered the fray. The Israeli lobby is really putting pressure on those politicians in America to take a more Israeli line, which is a more hardcore line that has to do with perhaps inflaming a war with Iran.
How would bolstering strategic ties with Israel affect America's standing in the Arab world? How would it go down? I mean, could the US be left to deal with severe consequences because of Israel's political ambitions, do you think?
So I look at the Arab world as a whole, the Arab League. Saudi Arabia and Israel don't have any problems with each other, as we know, because those two countries are more concerned with, well, Saudi is concerned with money and security and stability, and Israel and Saudi act as a proper counterweight for each other in the Middle East. But there's not going to be a massive change. The big change here that we're looking at is a shift. There is a shift away from this kind of blind allegiance to Israel that is on Capitol Hill in Washington, D.C. There are splits appearing because Americans are realizing that it's not in their best interest, it's not in American interest to follow Israel's agenda. So therefore, AIPAC it's not beneficial for AIPAC to be running the government in Washington anymore as they have for the past 30 years.
And the other impact is going to impact, I guess, on those international nuclear talks with Iran. Recently, we saw a glimmer of hope. They talked about having more talks ahead. What kind of impact would a reinforced US-Israeli partnership have on attempts to find common ground with that, then?
It will have a negative impact. What Israel is trying to do here is you notice how Israel has laid very quiet during the Syrian uprising. And that is because Israel for its chance to get what it can from this particular unrest north of its border in Syria. And what Israel's looking for is to increase its land holdings. So Israel will be looking to seize the Golan Heights and keep it as a quote-unquote security zone for Israelis' defense. And of course, in the Golan Heights, we have oil licenses, which have come into the news in recent weeks. Also, we have water resources, which Israel needs very badly. So it's a bit of an opportunism agenda with regards to Israel and Syria. And of course, the deal with Iran is also just to keep America in a permanent state of conflict over in the Middle East as well, and doing that, backing Israel and whatever Israel's agenda is.
And of course, Patrick, other practicalities come in, like the money it costs on top of the sequester. There's the financial side of this. We were just seeing spending cuts now taking huge effect in the US. Where would the money to support Israel's agenda come from then?
Well, as everyone knows by now, AIPAC, the American Israeli Political Action Committee, the cost of their influence over Washington is approximately $1 billion U.S. They write out a check for every Congress senator who is running for office, not just the ones who win. They back everybody so that they are loyal to Israel. Now, the whole that is also to guarantee military aid, which is free money for Israel to the tune of around $4 billion a year in total. And this is a giant money laundering operation where money is circulated between the United States and Israel, and that's paid for by the U.S. taxpayer.
Patrick Henningsen, geopolitical analyst for 21stCenturyWire.com. Thanks for your time tonight.
Thank you.
Where can this friendship lead? The AIPAC Congress, this Sunday on RT.